So WIBA typically means the Work Injuries and Benefit Act. So this was an act that was put in place to protect the employees. And how it does is that it requires all employers to have an insurance for their employees. And the basis of this insurance is to ensure that any work injury or any sort of fatality that has been incurred during the working hours within the site of the employer, then the employer shall be liable to pay for those fatalities and injuries through the insurance. So first, the law requires that the employers should have an insurance that covers their employees. Now, secondly, under the WIBA, any fatality that one is subjected to or finds themselves in, then their employer is required to report the injury or the incident to the director of WIBA. And once that report has been made, then the director of WIBA will calculate what is due to the employee as per what the WIBA Act requires. So for instance, the maximum compensation that the WIBA Act gives is 96 months. So that one is in cases of permanent disability. So permanent disabilities under the Act will certainly mean incidences like death. But there are also other disabilities such as a broken arm, a broken finger. All those are catered for under the WIBA Act. So there is a formula that is usually used to calculate what is the reasonable compensation that one is entitled to as a result of a work injury. And once that calculation has been done, now through that insurance company, the insurance will definitely now pay the employee that amount. And if the employer does not have a WIBA, then the calculation will still be done, but it will be paid by the employer himself or herself. Under the Employment Act as well, the Employment Act requires that the employer provides protective gears for their employees, particularly in employment places that are quite hazardous or they're prompt to accidents. For instance, construction sites. The employer is required to give you a helmet, a reflective jacket, boots, gloves, things that that will help to reduce any sort of accidents within the construction sites.